Welcome everyone to CSEdWeek. Thank you for joining us. Yesterday, we had an amazing kickoff panel with 3 of our CS heroes. If you joined us for that discussion, you'll remember how we discussed a variety of topics ranging from ethics and AI to how our CS heroes dealt with failure. Yesterday, we also discussed how to affirm our students' identities with the KPOR Center. We learned about the importance of making space to get to know our students and the variety of identities we all have. Now, today, you're in for a special treat as well. So again, thank you for tuning into this special session of CSEdWeek, where Code.org will show students how to get started with poem art and expressing themselves.
Once again, good morning to all. If you were unable to join us, welcome to CSEdWeek. That's Sheila. There we go. I'm Nate, and we're going to take a moment to really thank our sponsors, or our sponsor Cognizant, for sponsoring these CSEdWeek events. Additionally, today's event was sponsored by EarSketch. Here's a message from them.
When you listen to music, does it call out to you? Does music make you laugh? Does it make you cry?
Or maybe it's the beats and the rhythm. Maybe it's the lyrics. Music makes you let go.
Every song you listen to has a purpose. The artist's voice is calling on you. Their voice is their power. If you want to fly, take the lead.
Pharrell wants to know your passion.
But don't worry, you don't have to compose from scratch. You'll have the stems and the clips from Entrepreneur. We'll give you the beats and the sound, but you have to write the code.
Wait, code?
Yes, code. You'll be using EarSketch, a program to learn coding through composing music. Your power to code will be your voice. Get ready to learn about messaging in music, layers of racial injustice, and how to express your voice for equity through code and music.
It's your turn to remix and share your own voice.
Are you ready?
Alrighty. Once again, thank you, EarSketch and Cognizant, for the sponsors. Joining us today, we have with us Amy Woodman. She's a curriculum developer from Code.org.
And we also have Amelie, a student at 74th Street Elementary. Please join us in giving them a warm virtual welcome.
Hi. Welcome to CSEdWeek. This is a week where we are celebrating the hour of code, when millions of students are learning the fundamentals of computer science together. So like Nate said, my name's Amy, and I write lessons and activities like today's poem art activity at Code.org. And this is my sidekick.
Hi, I'm Amelie.
And how old are you, Amelie?
I'm 10 years old, and I go to school at 74th Street Elementary in Los Angeles, and I'm in 5th grade.
Awesome. And what do you like to do in your free time?
I like to draw, to read, and to dance, and to write stories. I have a lot of Google Docs stories, too.
That's cool. So we're going to use your storytelling skills to help us through this poem art activity today. How does that sound?
Good.
Okay. So like Amelie said, we're both in Los Angeles, California, and we're really excited to be joined today by you and so many other students that want to learn how to code in our huge global classroom today. So today we are doing 2 things. Amelie, can you read what are we doing today?
First, we're going to learn why we write poems, and second, we're going to learn how to illustrate a poem with code.
Ooh. So, Amelie, you said that you like writing stories and even poems sometimes, and I was wondering, why is it that we write poems? Why do you write poems?
I write poems and stories to express myself and share my ideas with the world.
Cool. I really love that writing can be a form of art, and so we're going to really be putting that artistic piece to use today. So we're going to watch a video that our friend Kaya made for us. And she's a young poet and computer science student that's starting her first year of college. And she'll help us get started with this activity.
My name is Kaya, and I'm a poet and a computer science student. I've learned so much from coding that's made me a better poet, and so much about my poetry has made me better at coding, just because you have to really think about the words that you choose and what you're going to create once it all comes together. Over the next hour, you're going to learn about computer science and poetry by creating an animated poem. In essence, poetry is making art with words. I create poetry to express myself. I try to stir the audience's imagination and emotions when I write by using my unique style and rhythm. Just like art, poems can be interpreted in many different ways. The same poem might mean very different things to different people, and each poem has its own mood. Mood is the feeling you get from a poem. Sometimes people associate certain colors and imagery with different moods. For instance, the color yellow makes me feel cheerful. And when I think about a mood like fear, I sometimes picture a dark and stormy night in my head. In this activity, you'll have the opportunity to illustrate and animate the mood of a poem based on how it makes you feel. Let's take a look at how you'll do this using code. You'll see that your screen is split into 3 main parts. On the left is the play space. This is where your animated poem will show up. Each poem has a title and an author. This middle area is the toolbox. New blocks of code will become available in this space as you go through the lesson. The space on the right is the workspace. You can drag blocks out of the toolbox and into the workspace to build your program. The instructions for each level will be up here at the top of the screen. If you want a hint, click on the light bulb. First, select a poem you like. There are all kinds of poems, and you can choose a new one on every level. Next, you'll drag blocks from the toolbox into your workspace to animate your poem. You can choose a background color or effect that matches the mood of your poem. Then click Run to see your poem in action. Spend some time reading the different poems and find one that sparks an emotion in you. Think about how you feel and how you can communicate that feeling through imagery and code.
Cool. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Before we begin, I'm wondering, do you know what code is?
I do. I learned how to code in school.
Awesome. What is code?
Code is a set of directions that you give a computer. Pretty much everything that you interact with on a computer is made of code, like apps and websites and games that I play on my dad's iPad.
What kind of games do you like playing on your dad's iPad?
I like to play Minecraft, Monument Valley. I also like to listen to stories on Hoopla.
Very, very cool. So yeah, pretty much everything that we interact with on an iPad or a computer is made with code. And one thing that I really love about code is that you can make really cool art with code, like Kaya was saying. So we're going to try and create a whole mood with code. So let me open up to level 1 and share my screen. And we already have a poem in the play space. So Kaya was saying this is the play space right here. And so Amelie, could you do a dramatic reading of this poem, please?
The star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
Ooh, I like how you kind of sang part of it and then like did spoken word poetry for the other part. So does this sound familiar?
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of times lyrics are poems that we just put some music to. So lyrics can also be poetry. And I am going to have us read the directions. So it says, when you read this poem, what is a feeling that you get? So when you were reading this, what feeling did you get, Amelie?
Whenever I read this, I get a peaceful feeling.
A peaceful feeling, yeah. And so if you were to think about a color that matches that feeling that you have, there's no wrong answer. what is the color that you feel is peaceful?
The color that I feel that's peaceful is the color blue, because the color blue makes me feel calm.
Okay, great. So I want you to keep that in mind. Like when we're reading this poem, we're feeling calm and peaceful, and a color blue is a color that makes you feel that way. So we have a whole bunch of blocks in the toolbox down here. I want us to just kind of play around with them, and we'll settle on something that makes us feel that calm feeling. So I'll put you in the driver's seat. You take the mouse and go ahead and just start exploring. Try different blocks out. Bring them over into the when run. Yeah. So these are different fonts. Do you feel like fonts can change the feeling of how something looks?
Yeah. I feel like they can change it because the way it's written, it just makes you feel a different way.
Mm-hmm. Like how does the handwriting font make you feel?
I really like it because I like to write sideways, so my words are slanted and pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Very cool. All right, let's try some other blocks. Okay, so now we're starting to play with color. Nice. Yeah, try a few out. That's cool. It's a little too bright with the white background, I think. Yeah, let's try that for now. Cool. So background color. No? Okay.
I like this one.
Okay. And now you're choosing a whole bunch of different backdrops. Ooh, yeah. Try a few around so we can show the audience some of the cool backdrops.
That looks pretty.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to keep in mind the poem that you just read.
I like this one because it shows how the sun is going down and how the night is coming.
Yeah, I love that. I want to also try out this text effect block. Can you bring that one out?
This one?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So in order to try this one out, you have to press run. Okay, so here's where the animation is starting. So what you're doing is you're running the code that you just put into your workspace. So we've got this font of handwriting and setting the color. Can you press reset? Awesome. So now I also want to just try out this set background to block. Yeah, bring that over. And it says set background to frosted rainbow. So if you click on that drop down, yeah, we've got a whole bunch of different effects in here. And then can you click on the other drop down menu? And here we have a whole bunch of different color schemes. So what does a frosted rainbow look like? Let's press run and try it out. Ooh, so pretty. So is this the feeling that you get when you think of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, or would you like change the color scheme or change any of the pieces?
I would change it.
You change it?
This looks more like, I don't know. It just doesn't look like it fits.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and find something that you're happy with. There's one called Starry.
Starry?
Yeah. What does that one do?
Pretty.
Very pretty. Does this feel a little bit closer to what you were thinking of? Does this give you a calm feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But I don't know if I want to do the stars rainbow.
Okay, what color would you like to do it?
Dusk.
Cool. Let's try that out. Does that feel a little closer to what you wanted?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Because they're more dark colors than bright.
Yeah, it really reminds you of like a starry night. I love it. Okay.
I think
yes?
I might want to change the text color
Love
so it's
it.
more visible.
I love it. Go ahead and choose something. That works.
I'll do yellow because stars look yellow.
Because stars look yellow. Yeah.
Like the lights.
Loud enough for everyone to hear.
They
Okay.
look yellow like the lights.
Okay. Press run. Cool. Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's beautiful. I really feel like it gives you that like peaceful and calm feeling.
Mhm.
Love it. Okay. So I would like to now introduce a new topic called events. And so we're going to watch another video from Kaya, and she's going to teach us a little bit about how events can change what we code.
Okay.
Sometimes a poem's mood shifts partway through the poem. What might start out as a happy-sounding poem turns sad, or perhaps darkness turns to light. In this activity, you'll be working with events. You can use this event block to change the course of your program when a specific line in your poem shows up. Notice that event blocks don't snap into your main program. Instead, they create little programs of their own. Read through your poem and find a moment where the mood shifts. Count what line that happens on. 1, 2, 3. In your event block, enter the number of the line. Then program in something to reflect the shift in mood when that line shows up on the screen. When you press Run, you can see what you coded.
Okay, cool. So Kaya was saying that when we use an event, we're telling the computer to wait for something to happen and then respond to it. So when we're doing poem art, we're going to figure out where in the poem, at what line does the mood shift a little bit. And then we're going to code something for when we press run, what is it going to do? And then when a certain line shows, we're going to tell the computer to do something different. Okay, so we're going to read this poem, and as you're reading it out loud, Amelie, I want you to be thinking about like, what are the feelings that I'm getting as I'm reading each line of the poem? Sound good?
Mhm.
Okay, go for it.
Affirmation. Somewhere it rains and things will go green and wonderful. Somewhere inside me, too, it rains and things will grow green and wonderful. Sometimes my insides rain from the inside out, and then I know I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive.
I love this poem. So let's talk about it a little bit. When you were first reading it, what were some of the feelings that you were getting? When it says like somewhere it rains and things will grow green and wonderful, what are these feelings that you feel?
Feeling that it makes me feel like I mean something in the world and that my life has a meaning.
Cool. And then was there any point in the poem where you felt like something kind of shifted and you were feeling something a little bit different?
I think on line 7 it shifted because at first it was talking about how things are where sometimes it's raining and then things grow green and wonderful. And then inside you, sometimes it rains and things grow green and wonderful.
What does it mean to like inside of me it rains? What feeling do you get when you hear that?
I feel like it might be happiness because when it rains afterwards, a lot of plants start to bloom.
Okay. So that green and wonderful piece is like happiness for sure. When you first think about rain, do you get the feeling of happiness?
No, when I think of rain, I think of something sad.
So this poem is really moving from kind of like sadness to happiness, sadness to things that are wonderful. And then you said that at line 7, there's this, I'm alive, I'm alive. What is that feeling that you get?
I just feel like it's switching from getting happiness to going into like meaning because everything means something.
I love that. I love your interpretation. So now we're going to try and think of how to set the mood with different art and effects so that it is showing how in these different lines there is that change and that shift. So where we start off, and so we've got some start code in here, and start code is when you open up this level, it just automatically has some code. says when run, set background to this gray color. And then when a line question mark shows, and like Kaya was saying, you can click this drop-down menu and choose which line you want to do a new set of code. So this doesn't connect. It just is going to be on the side. And I want you to, in the very beginning, like what is an effect that you think you want to show?
I think I want to do rain effect since
Okay.
it starts out somewhere where it rains.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'm going to change the font again.
Mm-hmm.
Too thick. I like this one.
Okay.
But I think it might have been the same one.
That's okay. Do you want to do a text effect? Like what happens to the text when it's getting animated? Great.
I think I want it to fly from the top.
Okay.
I don't know what that does.
Yeah, press run and try it out. Ooh, I love the rain effect. Okay, so it's coming in from the top. Do you like that effect?
Yeah.
Okay, go
'Cause
ahead.
It looks like rain coming from
It
the
looks
sky.
like rain coming from the sky. Press reset. And then now I want you to show me in line 7. You said, I'm alive.
7.
Great. And then go ahead and find some other effects so that when line 7 shows, something new is going to happen.
Let's see if there are any more effects that I can do from here.
So I'm alive, I'm alive. Think about that feeling.
I don't see anything here that I want.
Okay.
So
If you scroll down, yeah, there's that set background effects.
set frame.
Yep, you can set the frame.
I'm going to do leaves since it says green and wonderful.
Perfect.
And for alive, leaves are alive because they're a plant.
Agreed.
And then maybe I'll set the background to this one that we saw earlier
Mm-hmm.
because it's jungle.
Yeah, love it.
And I'm going to try to run it now.
Okay, let's see what happens. So there's this rain, and then we've got somewhere it rains and things will grow green and wonderful. Somewhere inside me too it rains and things will grow green and wonderful. Sometimes my insides rain from the outside, and then I know I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Ooh, did you like that?
Yes.
Great. Oops. Just press keep playing. Cool. I really liked it. Do you think if you press reset, you can see the poem again? Yeah. Do you think that you would want to add another event block? So if you scroll to the top of your toolbox, yeah, you'll have another when line shows. Yeah, pull it out. And maybe we can do some more rain effects.
Oh yeah, somewhere it rains. That's line 3.
Great.
And maybe we should do the rain effect again.
Mm-hmm.
And then
You can play some sounds. Do you want to try that?
yeah,
Okay.
let's see. Oops.
Cool. And once you choose a sound, we're going to move on to the next thing.
Okay.
And we'll press
I
run.
think I'm gonna choose wind chimes.
Love it. Press run. Let's see what that does. Okay, so we've got the rain effect. And then we've got line 1, 2. Did you like that?
Yes.
Oh, it's so cool. I love that there are just, it really does change as you're reading the poem, you're watching this illustration, and you get different moods throughout because of the things that you coded. That's really cool.
I bet you could even make a different one for every line.
You could. Yeah. If we had, I'm going to let you do that after this. I'm going to give you some homework. So we're almost to the end here. So I just want to show everybody level 9, where this is a free play level, which means that you can work on your very own project for as long as you'd like. And so the difference between this level 9 is that you have a finish button down here. So you're going to want to press run and then it won't jump you to the next level. It'll just kind of stop, and you can press run and reset as many times as you want. When you're totally finished, you press finish. Okay. So in this level, I just wanted to showcase a few of the new blocks that we have in here. So Amelie, can you pull out that create pop effect?
This one?
Yes. And you can choose different effects with a different number of things. And can you go to sprites and just choose a sprite that you like? Okay. And then press run. And I just want to see what happens. So you can press reset, and then you can try. Yeah, you want to try a different number. What number would you like to put in? 100. Let's try it. Press run. Oh my goodness. Can you try some other effects? So there was pop effect here. Yeah. What does burst do?
Burst.
Reset and run. Nice. Cool. And then the other new blocks in here is that we have these sprite blocks. So you can bring in new sprites and create some literal images. And then we tried out the music, so we can have things I don't know if that matched the burst effect.
Yeah.
You can add highlight to your text. And then the other thing is this drop-down menu here allows us to enter our own poems. So I had Amelie do a little bit of homework ahead of time, and she created a poem that was titled Just Be Yourself by Amelie. And I'm going to copy and paste the poem in here. Press save. And you've got your poem in here. Can you read it out loud for everyone?
Just be yourself by me. Always be yourself, no matter what they say. Always be yourself. Don't let them get in your way. They don't have control. Only you decide your actions. They don't have control. They only matter a fraction. You have a place, a meaning. Just be yourself. You're more than just one feeling.
I love that poem. So what I'm going to have you do after we say goodbye to everyone is I would love for you to code the mood of your poem to create something illustrated here, and we can share it with everyone later. And so that is the end of our show. I would love to see everybody's poem art projects. So you can go to code.org and you can share your finished project with your family and friends. So if you press finish, you can copy this URL and then you can share it with folks. So to get started on your own poem art, you can go to www.code.org/poetry, and you're going to click on poem art to begin. Thank you, Amelie. You say have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.
Once again, Amy and Amelie, we want to thank you all. So amazing. Amelie, I was just sitting up here watching you. You were just super talented at the age of 10. And just want to quickly just highlight for everyone just the intersection of art and science. I'm a musician, and I always love, especially Amy, as you went through asking, how does this make you feel? What's the mood that you're trying to create? And so that artistic expression, and then on the back end, being able to engineer that through the science of this is how we code, this block is responsible for getting this effect and that effect. So just an amazing job. Hopefully everyone out there watching, you could see how English and other subjects can be used with code.org. So great stuff. We thank you again. Sheila, turn it over.
Yes, thank you so much. That was really wonderful. The intersection of literacy with arts and science, really amazing. And love the poem at the end, Just Be Yourself. What a great message, Amelie. And I just want to remind everyone, and also thank you for Amelie and Amy for joining us. Everyone, please don't forget to join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to learn how to build your own personal CS advocate with ECEP. We're excited to have another cool event just like the one we just had today tomorrow. So again, it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.